I've been thinking a lot about the citizens of Iraq this past week. I mean, I'm sure it's tough to make it in the city. Late at night, a struggling couple argues in their rented room at the Blue Moon Inn. Jake, I think it's time to move to my cousins in East Ardoon. I can maybe get a job at the market. Things are about to really come through for us. I can feel it. You're not gonna make a profit flipping buckets at the Grand Exchange. No. Buckets are so last patch, babe. I heard from a friend that a new quest is gonna come out that'll need beer, so we can stock up downstairs. There are only 2 coins here. We make 10 coins a week. Well, you won't let me pickpocket. You adventurers stop running on our roof? Who are you? Hello, I'm Scramph. And I'm making a new character on Runescape, but not allowing myself access to the wiki or any informative plugins. The only wiki pages I can view will be 5 random ones. I will then have to encounter them in-game before I can generate a new one. And unlock the wiki 1 page at a time. I'm Scramph, and this is Runescape, WikiLocked. On the last episode of WikiLocked, the Cosmic Lotto foretold our fate. According to the helpful folks that have watched so far, we're screwed. The 5 pages that we pulled were Lovakite Ore, a crate part, Avian Teas, a portal nexus, and the Mycelium Pool. Since Avian Teas is for the race of eagle warriors, I don't have to fight them. Just spot them from far away and write about them in my birdwatching journal, I guess. They live in a dungeon, which is probably the worst place for birds to be, except for in the direct path of pilot Sully Sullenberger, and have locked themselves behind rocks and boulders, which unfortunately no pair of binoculars can see through. I mean, I wish we could peep through a crack in the wall like the perverts in every 80s comedy trying to get a look at. But unfortunately, we need to train either 60 agility or 60 strength. Since pretty much all of my possible tasks so far have been non-violent, I'm gonna embrace that for now and train agility. Agility is a funny skill in RuneScape. Most of the skills in the game are reflective of the RPG genre in the fantasy world. And then agility was designed by a high school gym teacher. Agility affects the speed in which your run stamina recharges. The higher it is, the more you can run. I don't know if it affects your top speed. I mean, it should. If you get 99 agility, you should be able to Naruto run at double the speed. Let's just add that to the next poll, please. Jackass, can we add that? Thank you. It's mainly used as a way to lock entrances and shortcuts, which is our current situation. Honestly, all we need to do is some stretches and lube ourselves up if we need to slide through that crevice. I mean, it's more flexibility than agility, but oh, well, I guess we have to do days and days of running laps. Because the main way to get agility XP is by running laps. I guess according to the skill list, we do have some other options, but I genuinely don't believe that playing gnomeball is the quickest way to get through this task, otherwise I would have heard about it, right? But I feel like I could join the league and quickly become a sensation in the gnomeball world. I guess gnomes are known for their agility, because this is where the starting agility course is. It's quite a bit away, and I do not have enough money to even get to the continent it's on, so I guess my first real grind is a quick grind of the life of crime to get 5 coins and sail over. Okay, we're here. The Gnome Agility course is cute. It's what an agility course should be. It's some simple obstacles you climb up and over and through. I mean, is this what a Tough Mudder is? Honestly, kind of. After looking through Tough Mudders, like, come on, these are just agility training courses in real life. My biggest surprise and disappointment, though, I thought the gnomes would be a lot kinder. You know, maybe it's the stereotypes in my head about gnomes being very kind, but I did think that they're mischievous little guys that are great inventors and can taste sunshine. But to my surprise, all the gnome stronghold bullies hang out in the beginner agility course, just hurling insults at new adventurers under the guise of encouragement. If you were a bully, and this is a bully-free zone, so if you actually are, you do have to leave right now. Okay, now the possibility of any bullies are gone. If you were a bully, the Gnome Agility course is the best place to find some targets because most everyone who wants to level up agility has to go there. It's like standing outside the DMV driving test center and heckling every poor kid that can't do a 3-point turn. And if you were to be a hypothetical bully, I mean, you could do a lot better than these gnomes because they don't even change up the lines. No new material. But eventually we graduated onto our next course at agility level 10. And this is where the courses get a bit more boring. After level 10, I guess custom built Ninja Warrior courses are too easy. Now the only way to really learn how to run is by running on rooftops. Gilnir, like America in the mid-2000s, is obsessed with parkour. Now we are hopping across the roofs in Drainer Village, which is really just a rustic farming town. So as everyone is buying their weekly vegetables and miscellaneous nut milks at the market, I'm just sticking and J-stepping off in the distance. I don't think I'm using those terms right. But we make it to the next course, Al-Kharid Rooftop. Time to annoy another town. And I don't know who's in charge of the Gilnear Parkour Association, but the order of courses is strange, to say the least. This is the third course of mine. I'm only level 20, and in this course, I have to swing across a zip line with my teeth. I'm sorry, but I feel like dental-related parkour has to be like 90 plus? This is supposed to be the medieval time period? My first thought was, there's no way with like the medieval medical knowledge of this point, the average peasant, and let's face it, I'm definitely a peasant, has sturdy enough teeth to hold themselves up in the air as they zip between rooftops. I figure teeth are dropping down onto the citizens of Al-Kharid like confetti, raining on my gnomeball team after I lead them to the championship 3 years in a row. Let's go Toadstools, baby! After some research, it seems that there was dental care in those days. There were toothpaste and tooth powders and mouthwashes. And even more importantly, they didn't eat sugar. There is sugar in the world of Gilnear, and we will be chowing down on some cakes soon, I'm sure. But as of now, our teeth are cavity-free. So we're in an okay place to move across rooftops like in a James Bond film written by the 9 out of 10 dentists we keep hearing about. Teeth math isn't just ending there, because we have a little bit more to figure out. Hang there for a few more seconds. No pun intended. Currently, our equipment weight, 15 kilograms, according to the divine formula for the ideal male body weight, which you can't see my hands right now, but I'm doing air quotes, with an estimated average height of 177 centimeters is 72.5 kilograms. And then we add our equipment, and that gets us to 88.5 kilograms, or about 190 pounds. And believe it or not, that is not even close to the record for weightlifting with your teeth. The absolute legend Gurpreet Singh lifted 161 kilograms. That is 377 pounds with his teeth. So this is actually possible? So the training continues. RuneScape really wants you to enjoy the training part. I mean, debatably, it's all the training part. I just can't help but think this would be better as a montage. You know a good training montage, they're iconic. They encapsulate weeks or months of growth and learning into a snappy sequence. This is where the montage would go. A minute of gaining agility levels until I'm 60, and then boom, we're in a dungeon surrounded by buff birds. But no, I guess real growth has to be an incremental process sustained over time, so you're going through it with me. Okay, so now we're at Varrock? Yes, exactly. And then I got to Varrock. Really nice rooftops you have here. We've heard. There's also like a guy up there. When I trained agility in the past, I clicked where I needed to click and then just watched vids. Now I'm paying attention and notice the man that stands on one of the roofs and just waves at everybody that jumps by. Real improvement from my gnome bullies. And upon examination, it's the inventor of the course. I guess I don't know how someone invents jumping between pre-existing rooftops, but sure. It's mighty kind of him to spend every waking moment waving people across the course. The designer of every water slide should have to stand at the top of the slide and shake everyone's hand before they go down. Okay, so you're doing all of this training to go into the God Wars dungeon. Didn't you just get off at Tutorial Island? Yes, actually I haven't stopped off at the bank yet, so I still have my inventory. I've been running around with some barely cooked shrimp in my pockets this whole time. Yeah, we can smell that. So aren't you expecting certain death as soon as you pop through the God Wars dungeon walls? Yeah, what about your hardcore status? Oh, good question. Actually, I just got murdered outside. I've already lost my hardcore status. See, I told you we need to move. Who killed you? I don't know. I had left the game open and returned to find myself having a one-on-one death's office. He's honestly like a real personal, friendly guy. I have to assume, since it's a video game, that I was murdered, though realistically, it would have easily been something falling from the roof and hitting me in the head. After all, there's no scaffolding supporting the buildings in Varrock. So many people are running on these rooftops. There has to be constant bricks falling off and careening towards the people below. It does feel really true to how this would go if I was in the world of RuneScape. I wouldn't fight anybody. I'd start running, and then the faulty magic sign from Aubrey's rune shop would fall on my head and kill me. But hey, I'm glad I died. I mean, I'm currently in a running sprint to enter what I would believe is a pretty intense combat dungeon with a combat level of 3. And if you're new to RuneScape and you're thinking, well, at least it's not 1, I got news for you. 3 is the lowest you can be. So I was expecting to die pretty soon anyway. I mean, not as suddenly and comically unknown, but oh well. We're leading with curiosity first, not caution, like a cat in a construction site. And we have well more than 9 lives. So we keep on running and eventually we hit level 40. Oh, great. So it's time for a new course? Unfortunately not. So the next unlockable course is the Canifis course, which you need to complete some quests to get to. So I'm just gonna keep hanging around here. God damn it. I mean, that's where we're at. I still have a pep in my step after losing my hardcore status, and I'm feeling so grateful people have checked out and enjoyed the first episode. Thank you so much to everyone that has watched and is continuing to watch. So I'm ready to keep the grind going. Next up, 60 agility. I know this isn't a flashy training montage, and I spent a while talking about teeth math. You spent far too long doing teeth math. I'm sorry, but we're not talking to you anymore? That was a narrative device to get into the episode, but we're actually done with that part. So if you would prefer this episode being condensed into a slick training montage, here you go. Ow, ow, ow. And what's this? A pass to Scram. He dunks it. The Toadstools win. The Toadstools win. On the next episode of WikiLocked, thank God that strange man is gone. Yeah, no, I see what you've been saying. I think it is time we move, and actually, I went to college with Amy in Falador, who I think has a 1-bedroom available. No way, that would be amazing. No way! That's where I'm headed next too!